have you missed us yet? It's been a whole week since our last video. Sadly, no actual Disney parks content left for you, but only how many days until we go? 10 days? How many? Consulting the watch. 12 days until we go. Oh my god. Please help me.
5 days and halfway Disney day travel.
Woo! Halfway travel day will be in 12 days. So that's one for us to look forward to, definitely. So as promised, I am here with some of our little, hopefully shorter, mini info videos. So in this one I thought I'd do a bit of a merch haul from our last trip so you can see which wonderful bits of merch we brought home. I keep telling myself I'm not going to spend as much on the next one, but then Frozen Land's open and I know that I'm lying to myself and I'm going to buy so much stuff. But there you go. So anywho's, there is always an ear purchase from one of us. Both of us got ears this time, but mine were the Simba ears. They are so cute. Sometimes I don't fancy a traditional pair of ears. They're just a little bit big. Sometimes they're a bit heavy for me as well. I find like they can be a bit pinchy on my head. But I've had my eye on the Simba ones for so long and I was just like, no, it's got to be them this time. So, yeah, picked those up. I joined one of the revolutions. Not the jacket revolution, but I joined the black Disneyland Paris fleece revolution. You'll probably see this in future vlogs because there's no way that I'm not wearing it again. I love it. I literally wear it everywhere I go. Even had someone at work ask me if I had ditched every other coat that I own and that was all I had now. Clearly, obviously, yes. What else? Oh, one of my favourites. My That's a Wrap t-shirt. These were on absolute bargain prices on some of their little special deals that were going on. And I think it ended up being something ridiculous, like 12 euros for a t-shirt, which celebrates the end of Walt Disney Studios. And also, I was rather excited because I did see Adam the Woo pick one of these up on his recent trip to Disneyland Paris. And I realised I was wearing the same t-shirt because we do love ourselves a bit of Adam the Woo, bless him, and we miss him very much. 2026 magnet was purchased because for those of you guys who know us, you know that we love a good fridge magnet. Fridge is covered in them. So we thought we'd get the 2026. This time we always try and find a different one. I think the last count we had about 15 Disneyland Paris fridge magnets. Far too many, but never enough. Joe is in the background over there somewhere, so if you hear some random... Hi! There you go. There's Joe in the background. We also, avid pin collectors. We're not really pin traders, so we only pick up ones that we like to keep. I am a Stitch fan, or the little blue goblin, as I saw him described by someone the other day. I pick up pins of him doing everything. So I think my last one was a Cruella de Vil one. And this is him riding Big Thunder Mountain with some explosives. So I love that, clearly. I got the Prince John pin. Managed to find that after everywhere. I'm really sad I couldn't get the Robin Hood one. Robin Hood's one of my absolute favourites. But I couldn't find him anywhere. So yeah, got Prince John, because who doesn't love a prince sucking his thumb? And 2026 pin. I don't normally get the pins either that are dated or anything, but I thought as this is our annual pass year, I might actually celebrate by getting one. Although I would love to see if they've actually got like an annual pass holder pin, because I might never be an annual pass holder again and I must have one if it is available to me. Next, another fridge magnet. Big Thunder Mountain fridge magnet. Beautiful, really thick metal one. They did a set of 4 of these, and I believe it was Phantom Manor, Big Thunder Mountain, Tower of Terror. There was another one. Can't think of it off the top of my head. Who knows? But yeah, we've now got 3 of them out of the 4. Knowing our luck, there'll be one more that we just never get. Now, I treated myself. You may have seen this in one of the vlogs if you're watching our day-to-day vlogs. It is a Lotso phone holder. So I can crossbody my phone and drop it into my pocket without worrying that it's going to fall out of my pocket. Because also, where I use the priority pass as well, you have to show it at rides. You need your pass at the gate if you want your annual pass discount. You need to show that. So I found it was quite useful having my pass and my phone, especially for the app, just out and available. So yeah, literally just popped it over. And my phone obviously goes on this bit. You pop this inside your case. And then my phone and my pass just popped in my pocket. It's quite comfortable to wear. Didn't get in the way. And yeah, it was really, really useful. I've always been a bit sort of like hit and miss on whether I'd like one or not, but no, I actually really enjoyed having it. It made it so much easier to not be worried my phone was going to fall out of my hand everywhere. Another one of my absolute favourites, because again, who doesn't love a bargain? The Walt Disney Studios jumper. It says Disneyland Paris on it, but obviously due to Frozen Land and Adventure World opening, this little bit here would no longer be Walt Disney Studios. So I think these jumpers were reduced from €50 down to, I think, 20. So with annual pass discount, it was ridiculous how cheap they were. I mean, I did struggle finding my size because they were selling pretty fast, but they had them in several colours and it would have been rude not to. And I think this one might be my actual favourite though. I saw this the last time we went in October, and even though I was freezing cold and had no coat, I convinced myself I didn't need to buy it. Regretted my decision. So, of course I bought it this time. Mickey Mouse on like a little quarter zip fleece, grey. They also do a white one with Minnie Mouse on the back, just to match. And I thought that was so cute. But yeah, I absolutely adore this. I'm thinking of making it my travel outfit for the way down. So keep that in your mind. You might see it on our next trip. And also, if you remember, our last sneaky purchase through the parks were the posters. There is a pack of 12. I don't know whether you can see the examples on there, but they are pretty big. They are the size of this, and we've popped 3 of them in frames as they are going to go up our stairs because we're no longer a live, laugh, love millennial household anymore. But yeah, there you go. That's the Phantom Manor one. They're really nice quality, and they're like thick paper, thin card. I mean, under no circumstances would they hold up on their own. They're not canvas, whatever. But as a nice piece of artwork that we could rotate round, which is what we're planning on doing, rotating through a few. Yeah, they're really, really good, and they're ever so pretty. So we liked those. So that is the end of my little merch haul section. And next, I'm going to be running through our annual pass savings. Newsflash, the last one of the magnets that we haven't got is Pirates of the Caribbean. We've spent far too much time working out which one it was. And it is Pirates of the Caribbean. Apparently there was an It's a Small World one as well, which I would love, but I've never seen that one. I feel like I remember seeing the Pirates of the Caribbean one, but maybe I didn't. Who knows? So yeah, anywho's. On to the savings section. So I'm just going to sort of like tally up what we saved on this holiday, because towards the end of our big year of annual passing, I'm going to do sort of a total up and see where we are. So just for point of reference, I get the disability pass, which is €426 for the silver pass at the time of purchase, which was in February 2026. It's the same price as the children's pass of the same level. I also get a companion pass for the same price. So Joe's was the same price because she is, like, comes with me as a companion, but she can use her pass on her own without me present, which is an important thing to remember. You don't have to be stuck with me forever. So yeah, we paid £426 each, 26 euros, gosh, each for our ticket, and for a 4-day hopper pass for the same time at a child's price would have been €543. So if we're looking at it in terms of just visiting the parks for those days, that's actually €117 saving in one go for entering the parks on those days. That is also not including any savings that we can make while we're in the park, etc. We also worked out that we saved €120 on parking this holiday. It would have been 150 for most of our trips, but obviously the first day we went in, we weren't annual pass holders yet. So we had to pay for that first one. But after that, it was free, and that is €30 a day that we saved straight up on parking. So 120 there. In total on food and dining, we saved around €20 this trip. There are some kiosks that you cannot use your annual pass discount at. Most restaurants you can, but obviously don't be shy of just showing it and asking to check, because they will soon tell you if you can or can't use it, and I'd rather save some money. I personally saved €32 on merch that I bought. That gives a random indication of how much money I spent. Joe saved about €50 on merch. We were picking up things for other people as well. So yeah, the savings came really useful there. So I think I'm gonna have to do maths. Hold on. I will be back shortly once I have mathed the math. Okay, the maths has been mathed, thanks to our wonderful accountant over there, Joe. Woohoo! So we worked out that roughly on this trip, that was a saving of €339, which, if you think about it, that's very nearly the price of one annual pass already. And that was our first trip. So, are we thinking in girl math / Disney math / yeah, so basically Hannah Marsh's math is basically free. So just be rude not to. We'll be in the money by the end of this. Seriously, but it'll be interesting to see by the time we get to the end. I'm like deadly serious, sat here and just realised I've still got my Simba ears on my head. Oh dear. Oh dear. Mind you, I am feeling the Disney magic, obviously. Another one I wanted to just bring to attention was if you're following along for the Big Thunder Counting. Big Thunder Mountain is our favourite ride ever. So we thought it would be a good idea to see how many times we could get on it in the space of an annual pass. So, over the space of 5 park days, we managed to visit Big Thunder Mountain 7 times. So yeah, we'll try and see if we can beat that on a single trip and then add it to our total for the year. So keep following along to see how many times we manage to ride in the next 10, 12 months.
72.
Joe's already put her bets in at 72. I'm going to be a little bit more conservative and say maybe 50. But who knows, because it might depend if it goes down for scheduled maintenance, etc. while we're there, or if we're too busy riding Frozen Ever After or stealing Olaf. There may have to be a swift park exit with an entire Olaf at my jumper like this. See ya! So the last thing I thought I'd cover in this little video is very, very important for those who like to save money too, the SkipTax app. If you've not heard of it, because we're now no longer in the EU, we can claim our tax back, or some of it anyway, on gifts, etc. that we buy while we are in the European Union, which is always a bonus because, again, when it comes to GoMath, it's closer to free. So the whole process is pretty simple. I managed it, so it's got to be simple. So basically, you go on to whatever Google Play Store whatever you use, Apple, who knows, and download the SkipTax app. It's a white background at the moment with a little blue boomerang on there. And basically, once you've downloaded that, you can set yourself up with a login and a little account. It will ask you for some photo ID, which for us in the UK will have to be your passport. It can be an identity card from other countries, and depending on where you are, it will tell you what requirements you've got. And then it'll ask to take a selfie of you, so be warned. Be warned, mine is not pretty. Once you've done that, your account will all be set up and ready for when you want to make your first visit. So then I've already done mine for the next one. As soon as you know your entry date into the European Union and your leaving date, you can tap the little button for start a new return. You tell it when you're going to be going into the European Union, when you're going to leave, and what will be the last country in the EU that you'll visit before you come home. So for us, that's France. Once you've done that, it's all sat there nice and ready for when you get onto your trip. I usually find it's just easier to set it up before I go so I don't completely forget, because that is always a possibility. Then once you're on holiday, it's just as easy as when you've spent money, you make sure that you get and keep your receipts, otherwise you can't do it. If you are shopping in the Lego store, make sure before you pay that you ask to have a SkipTax receipt, and they can print you one out, especially because it's a little bit different. Otherwise, you can't use a normal Lego store receipt. So I found that I carried a little pouch like this around in my backpack. And as I spent money, if it was convenient, I would literally just pop out the receipt, take a photo, and then upload it. And it would tell me how much I could claim back. If it wasn't convenient at the time, I would just slip the receipt into the little pouch and make sure that I got them all out later to do. You can start claiming back your tax once your total purchases have reached €100 and 1 cent. Don't forget the 1 cent, guys, or else. So basically, once you've gone over that, it can be in one transaction, it can be in 50. It doesn't really matter. You can enter as many invoices per return as you like. Just make sure that it goes over that 100 and it will start tallying up what you're going to get back at the end. Literally so easy to do that. Like I said, I can do it. But being organised for me was a big point of making sure that I didn't lose those receipts, because it's a pain. They do like you to have all of your purchases in new condition, in their original packaging, because it's supposed to be as a gift. There are certain things you cannot claim for, such as food, fuel, drinks, digital purchases such as photos, photo pass, tickets. You can't use it for those. I did try on our annual pass one and it said that it wasn't an eligible purchase, so worth a go. It'll pop up on the app and just say not an eligible purchase, and it'll take it back off. So no dramas if you have entered something that isn't actually allowed. It's not going to get you into trouble. And also they do say to have your purchases available for inspection if required once you're going back through the terminal wherever you're going through. Obviously we go on the Channel Tunnel, so we will be at the Le Château terminal. If you are going in there, as you go in on the French side, you walk all the way in and you'll walk towards the toilets. And then once you hit the toilets on the corner, you turn left and go all the way down past duty free. And the Pablo kiosks will be available down there. I think there's 4 down there. And you just pop up, follow the instructions on there. And it's so simple, I can do it. What was the you need to generate a barcode. See, this is when my brain's not in the right order here today. In order to claim at the Pablo kiosk, when you get there, once you've totaled up everything and you're happy that you've popped all your receipts on, there will be a little button that tells you that you can generate a barcode. Hit that and it will make sure that it verifies everything that you've popped in. And we found that coming out of the app, closing it, and then going back in, it would generate your barcode and tell you it was there ready to use. When you approach the Pablo kiosk, you'll type in everything that it asks you, etc. Then it will tell you to scan your barcode. You open it up on your phone, scan it in front of the machine, and it will tell you that you're done. It is at this point that they could ask to see your purchases, so we usually pack them in a separate bag so that we could just nip back out to the car and bring it all back in for them to see. But we haven't been asked yet, but don't take that as gospel that you won't be asked. We might just have been lucky. But yeah, it's so worth doing. And I mean, again, if I can do it and I can handle doing it myself, then it must be pretty easy. It's a good routine to get into, because again, I think I got 39 euros back this time. You can choose where you have it paid into. I tried putting my bank account in and it just didn't work. It just said that I wasn't eligible to pop it in. I also tried a Monzo account and it said that I wasn't able to perform that function. So I popped my PayPal in, which Joe actually brought up a good point. If you don't want to put your bank details into SkipTax so that they haven't got access to it, popping your PayPal in there might be a good alternative, and it just refunds it and puts it in as PayPal balance, and then you can withdraw it like I did as soon as it's through. Mine's usually back within 48 hours. It'll update you via email or whatnot to say whether it's been approved, whether it's on its way, blah blah blah. And yeah, simple as that. And it's always nice to add to that little girl math of making your purchases even cheaper. And also a good one to point out is that on SkipTax, no, you don't get all of your tax back. None of the apps that you can do it on do you get it all. They take a percentage, which is how they run their app. But on SkipTax app, you get 80%, but if you refer friends and then they then use the app or enter their IDs into it, you and them get more percentage of your tax back each time. So I think for each friend who uses it, you get an extra 1%. So, I mean, depending on how many people you know that spend time at Disney or spend time in France even, just get them to use your referral code. I'm going to pop mine in the description down below so that any of you guys can use it as well, because it will get you more of your money back. But I will also give it a shout out now. Excuse me, I am reading it from above you. That is Q95TGCNF. So there is a little place that you can enter it, and then so it should get you some extra money back. I'm just pointing out it will get me an extra 1%. Thanks. But yeah, I'll pop that in the description below, and hopefully we'll make a bit more money back next time we're all in Disney. So yeah, thanks for watching today. I hope this hasn't bored you to death without some actual park footage or any like Disney goodies. But it's good to see you again, and I'm going to be doing a couple more of these, basically talking about the application process for the priority pass, the annual pass application process, how to use that. So yeah, join us again when that pops up, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. See ya!